Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. What does a recently retired, recently widowed guy do during lockdown but watch YouTube videos? So that's what I did, and I thought, well, that might be fun to make a few videos of something. What could I actually do that people might be interested in seeing? So one of the things I did during lockdown was to build a garden path. I'm a keen gardener. I had a new big garden that I've been developing over the last couple of years, and I needed to put a path in, and lockdown winter seemed like a good time to do it. So that's what I did. I looked online at all sorts of videos of how to do it. I watched Gardener's World and worked out how to lay the foundations, how to build a path, and then I built one of the most complicated paths you could build, and I took a few pictures and videos, and hopefully you'll be able to, those of you who are interested can see those on YouTube. And then I thought, what am I going to do when we finally get to go out a bit more and get back to normal? So I kind of decided that I needed a new hobby, something that would kind of keep me busy, especially during dark winter days or when it's wet and miserable, and you can't really get out and go fishing or go walking or hiking and do the things that I like to do. So I've always been interested in cars, and I've always had a variety of different cars, but back in the day, back when I was a young guy in the 70s, I had an MG Midget. And I drove that, and I loved that car. And like most guys, young guys of that age, once you get married and you have kids, then the sports car has to go. So I figured the kids have gone, I'm on my own, time to get a sports car. So that's what I did. I looked online. I found a guy down in Yorkshire who was selling a 1968 Mark I MGB Roadster, and I thought, yeah, that looks good. So it's a bit of a project. It obviously needed a bit of work done on it. So I jumped in the car and I drove all the way down to Ilkley and went to see this car, sat in it, really thought it was amazing, but definitely was going to be a big project. It was going to need body work done. You know, it was drivable, but it was pretty clear that it hadn't had any work done in 40 or 50 years, and it was going to be a major project. I got talking to the guy. It was one of these kind of used car showrooms, and he sold kind of old classic cars. And I got chatting to him, and he happened to say to me that he also had an MGB Roadster. So I asked him if he would show me it, and he got this. He got it out and drove it out and let me see it, and it was a Mark II. And I fell in love with this thing. I thought, this is the most beautiful car. So, long story short, I made him an offer, and the next day he delivered the MGB. That's this MGB. So, I got it home, drove it around a bit, had a look at it, and then thought, okay, what have I got to do with this thing? So I made a little list of things I could do. It was pretty original. I didn't want to mess around with it too much. I could tinker with the engine. I could maybe add a few bits and pieces inside, but basically, she's a beauty. So why wouldn't you just drive her? So that's what I've been doing. I've been driving this thing, but that wasn't the purpose of the exercise. I was supposed to find a project, and there wasn't going to be much of a project in this one. So I needed a plan B.